As a young person, I used to envy footballers. I envy that category of people like no man's business. I mean, look at them doing what they love and making so much money out of it. Isn't that everybody's dream? I used to envy these guys and I used to want to be like them, but did I do anything about it? No. I was so talkative, my parents said, study law. And back in those days, you're gonna have to do what your parents tell you to do. I'm supposed to study courses that our parents asked us to study, at least my generation. So there I was, studying law, got out of school, law school. I started in 9 to 5. Did I love my job? It was okay. I made good money at that time. For that time, salary was great. So I got my first job straight out of school. My second job was with a big major company, and I liked my job, but did I love it? No. Did I go to it? Yes, because I had to show up to get paid, which is what many of us are doing. And I see many people, I mean maybe many in that same boat as myself, wanting to do what we love, wanting to make money out of it, but not doing anything about it, or at least making it happen. So I get many people doing 9 to 5s coming to me to say, oh, how'd you get into business? I want to do this too. I've been trying to start. I've just not been able to. I do not even know what I want to do. Or maybe I'm doing it this way, but I don't think I have the zeal or the strength or the faith to take that leap of faith and say, I don't want to do my 9 to 5 again and then jump right into business. But I tell you this, what if you lose that 9 to 5? If you have the urge or the moving in your spirit to start something, you pray about it. Think deeply about it. Look within yourself. What do you really like to do? You might not even nurse the desire to leave your job. But what if that job is taken away from you? So I didn't really get into business. In fact, I had no knowledge of business when I got into business. I come from a family of professionals. My cousins are doctors and lawyers, and we maybe have a few business people, but majorly my professional career people, family, my extended family, that is. And so when I decided to get into business, my brother came to my house to have a meeting with me, and he's even me from a good place. He said, G, are you okay? He said, G, are you okay? And he had to ask that question. He wasn't asking about, he wasn't asking sarcastically or, it was legit asking. It was a legitimate question. Are you okay? You want to do this? This is you coming from making money where we are teasing you that you spend money like a Yahoo girl, and then you want to. This is a job where even your recharge, the top up on your airtime or your phone is from the company. If you want to generate all that yourself, you feel you can do that. It wasn't my intention to leave my job. There I was, deep inside, envying people doing what they love, making money out of it, or me not making any move to get out of the cycle I was in, even though I did not like it. So a little backstory. So my job at that time, for the first 2 years on the job, if you get pregnant as a lady, you will not be granted a maternity leave. That's true. No maternity leave. So I actually saw people that would have babies and come back to work right away. because if you decide to give yourself the leave, I mean, you can feel free, but it will be unpaid. So people that could not afford to not come, maternity leave would come back to work. So the trick was not to get pregnant. So I was trying not to get pregnant. First 2 years, and then so after 2 years, and then I started trying. So I got that job in 2005, and about 2007 I started trying for my baby, a second baby, because at that time my son was about 5 years old. Baby didn't come. First miscarriage, boom. Second miscarriage, boom. Third miscarriage, I think I was about 4 months gone, and I remember going to my manager that day and saying to her that I'm losing blood, I need to leave. Can somebody drive me to the hospital? And she said no. And I had to drive myself to the hospital. And I remember at that time my job was at Yaba and my hospital was at Ikeja. And I drove to the hospital, and by the time I got to the hospital, of course, they had to evacuate and all that, and thank God I didn't lose my life. After that, I made a decision to leave that job, and I did the month after. No plan, no prep, nothing. I jumped right into it. Was I scared? Yes. I didn't even know how I was going to do it. Yes, I had a husband. But then he used to handle major bills, and there were bills I used to handle as well. So of course I knew I wouldn't go hungry. But at the same time, it was a major shift for me, coming from making something to me trying to make it work, just, freestyling it, so to say. So I took my first trip to China immediately after I left my job. And it wasn't the way I thought it would be. Prior to that time, I'd been selling a bit of here and there, when I'll travel, just for leisure. I'll just buy a few tidbits and come back to sell. So I thought, okay, let me begin to do this. It was tough. It was really, really, really tough. And I remember opening my first store, because I used to sell for my car, and I used to sell for my car. I remember going to a telecoms company on Banana Island at that time, and I would see, my counterparts and all of that. And I would have to sell to them and then wait till they get their salaries before they pay me. And it was tough. It was tough. And people would owe me all sorts, because you're taking clothes to them. You can have a store. I started that structure. And I got a store, so I thought I'd arrived. But no, I was bored out of my mind. I used to cry. I used to feel like my life was passing me by. I left my job willingly. I've met people. I have an older friend who, at the pinnacle of her career, so to say, in one of the major banks, I think she was an AGM at that time, was going to be hoping to become a DGM, and they took her out, like literally took her out. And I remember having that conversation with her, and this is a woman in her 50s, solid woman, training kids abroad through university, and her source of livelihood was snatched away from her. And source of livelihood aside, money to one side, this is somebody who used to wake up every morning to go somewhere. She had a purpose every morning, and she would wake up, dress up, and go fulfill this purpose. Her job, that was snatched from her as well. And so she would wake up and would not even know the first thing to do. So there's money on the one hand, and then there's purpose. And imagine she was a man, because we know the essence of a man is his ability to provide. And for a woman that is also a provider in her own right, her very essence was taken away from her. Snatched. And I remember having that conversation where, I've told you I have conversations with plenty of people. So I had this conversation with her, top woman. And she said to me, Busayo, I regret not starting my own business many years ago. That she had left another bank, and at the time where she had left that bank, another friend had left that bank, and that friend had started producing takeaway packs. And this woman later got a deal with the ShopRite franchise, and she would be the one to supply Spar supermarket and some major supermarkets and major players like that, even the salad bowls and the cake bowls and all of that. And just had so many regrets. And in her 50s, she was forced to start looking for jobs, start searching for roles, even outside of banking, that she had done for most of her life. And like I said, it's not even just the money. It's also the core essence, the purpose of that person being taken away from them drastically. And look at me, myself. Because of the things I was going through personally, I had to up and leave my job. So if you have that nagging in your spirit too, please start afraid. And I was having a conversation with a young person recently, and I said to that young person, because that young person was coming to me from a place of she was struggling with difficulty in maybe getting a job, getting things done and all of that. I said to her, during our time, it wasn't even this easy. You have the internet, you have a free marketplace. You can do anything. I take courses all the time without even leaving my house. I sell products off my bed. I'm making money at 6 a.m. in the morning without even stepping out, still in my pajamas. You're young. I do not even know the internet like you do. You have everything at your fingertips. So when that 9 to 5 still comes, take it and then still do with your hands what you can. There's a free marketplace for you. And I give this advice to a lot of women as well. Because like I said, you have a job where you show up at and you get paid. And I know that's where it becomes difficult, because for a 9 to 5, all you need to do is really show up and do your work. As a business owner, there are no days off. There are no days off. You're constantly thinking of the next move. And I'm not even just talking about income as to, thinking of where the next, check is going to come from. Yeah, that's on the one hand. But then you're thinking of ways to also improve yourself, improve your business, improve your brand. And God help you, it's a business that you love. It's not work. It's your baby. You want to nurture it. You want to love it. You want it to grow. You want it known. You want it, yes, to also make you money, make you comfortable. So if you have that moving in your spirit too, please do. You do not even have to leave your 9 to 5. If it's plantain chips you want to be frying and putting in bowls too. If it's moi moi you want to be making, please do.